Welcome back to Real Talk, everybody. We're so excited to have Stephen McKean on the show. We're going to be discussing the popular sci-fi movie, Interstellar. Okay. I'm very excited to discuss it as Matthew McConaughey. Christopher Nolan made it. Stephen, why do you enjoy it so much?
The reason why I enjoy Interstellar so much is because it has a beautiful message of love. It just can go anywhere, and it doesn't, it can just transcend time and space and anything else. That's and it's the thing that we don't understand, and it's so human about us. And we can understand time and relativity and all that good stuff, but we can't understand love, and that's what makes us so unique.
Do you believe in the message, Stephen, that love transcends all?
I do.
Really?
I think it's very powerful. It doesn't even have to be like a partner love. It could be like a friendship love.
Animals.
Do you love anyone?
I do love a couple people. So
Names?
Jackson Farley. I love Jackson Farley. I love Real Talk. I love Drop Talk. I love my mother. That's
good.
pretty much it.
Mallory, do you enjoy the film?
Yes, I do. I think it's an excellent film. I also love how it's about love, but I feel like it's also about sacrifice, and I think that's a very big message. It was very beautiful. Yes, but a few things that, once again, I don't think it's that my brain can't comprehend it, or it doesn't make sense. But, the whole time paradox thing, I always get a little bit baffled, and I'm I don't even really know what this is, but I still love the message. And I think maybe it's just my own incompetence is the reason that I can't understand it. But I do love the theme of love and sacrifice.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a pretty solid movie. I like the set pieces and the music. I think the ending holds it back to me. I think if the ending is better, it would be in that top 200, but it's kind of iffy. But I think it's a fun time. I'm a big McConaughey guy. I think it's really wonderful.
what do you not like about the ending?
And what do you know?
I just think it's kind of forced. When it's happening, it's okay. You kind of expect that. He's doing it. Just feels like you're going through the motions. And Nolan kind of lost the control over the narrative.
I love the ending. I think it's super powerful that he said that he would come back when they're around the same age, and now she's on her deathbed.
Yeah. Well, I just mean all the stuff in that third dimension, kind of.
It was actually the fourth dimension.
Fourth dimension.
He was perceiving it as fifth dimension.
The dimension. When he's in that area, I was it wasn't that.
I thought that was powerful as well.
Yeah.
Where would you rank this on Nolan's filmography?
I like Inception and Oppenheimer way more, but
I agree with
That's
that.
fair.
Interstellar is pretty solid. I think 2014 was a good year, and this Interstellar helped fill out that year pretty nicely. Do you think if you were in that position, Stephen, or you have some kids in Hawaii that are adopted, and Michael Caine, it's we need you for ambition, Stephen, but keep to save the Earth. Do you think you go?
I think I would go.
Really?
I would do it for my kids in glory. I would do it for the glory.
Not the world.
And for the world, yeah. They can.
That sounds a little selfish, doesn't it?
I mean, it does, but I would help my kids and the world,
What if
and I
they-
would get something.
What if they're not paying you?
They don't need to pay me.
If
They'll
Hathaway's
pay
on
me in
there,
glory.
If Anne Hathaway's also there, does that improve the odds of you going?
Who's that?
You don't know who Anne Hathaway is?
She's-
Oh, is she the doctor?
Dr. Brandt.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
Dr. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
she was there. Yeah, I would still
Yeah.
go.
I would go
She's
too.
hot.
Do you like Dr. Mann?
Dr. Mann, I hate him.
What? Why?
He's such a okay. Well, this is what I think. I think Dr. Mann, he represents the fear and the cowardness of mankind, and Matthew McConaughey. He's I don't know his name in the movie. I forgot.
Joe Cooper.
Oh, Cooper. He represents the hope and the strength that we have to help save our kids and humanity and all that.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I think though. Dr. Mann, he represents all the fear and cowardness in our society, humankind.
I definitely do feel like the characters are all very categorized by one certain trait or phenomenon.
That is
Like,
true.
Very
Yeah.
allegorical. in that
Well, yeah,
way.
I enjoy it. I think it is allegorical.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the score is phenomenal. I love the score. Especially, there's this one scene where they're like, can I say spoilers or no spoilers?
I think we've gone to that point.
Oh,
you can say it. You're good.
Okay. Well, Dr. Mann, he try to lock onto the actual. I think it's called the.
Oh yeah. Are you talking about his final scene?
Yeah, his final scene, and he broke it off, and then Cooper, he's trying to lock on, but when it's spinning, dude, that's so anxious, and I just feel so anxious when I see that scene, and the music just helps helps drive it in, and it's so amazing. I don't know, it's the best scene ever.
Have you seen Whiplash?
I have seen Whiplash.
Yeah,
I love Whiplash.
It's that same feeling for me. Every time I watch it, I just ugh.
Yeah.
I feel so sick.
It's amazing. I love those scenes that make you feel awful, but you can't keep your eyes off of it.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Steven. I also think the movie's a bit about hypocrisy, because Jessica Chastain, when she's on the way to her brother's house, she's looking at all the people leaving the city, and she's these idiots, there's really nowhere to go anymore. But then when she goes to the brother's house and all the kids are coughing and stuff, she tries to take them out. So it shows how she was making fun of them, but when she's put in that position, she'll also do it. But what bugged me about the movie too is that she's living under this NASA facility, and she's all good and healthy. All these people above ground are struggling, and I don't know. Instead of I feel they could have done more if they figured out how to make these facilities and stuff to keep people safe.
That's true. That is true. I don't know, because we have in that universe, there's probably millions of nuclear bunkers.
Yeah.
And they could have just renovated it.
Jessica Chastain was fine while these people were coughing their lungs out, and I'm I feel NASA could have just done more for humanity.
Well, they also were underfunded a lot, because
yeah. Well, the whole thing is they're a bit corrupt with Michael Caine kind of manipulating Joe. Yeah. I think the movie's just really, there's a lot going on. But yeah, but I'm kind of pro Dr. Mann, going back to that, if I'm being honest. I think
really?
He's yeah. Because it's if you look what he's trying to do, it's from his perspective, Joe has this human colony he can start. But instead of doing that, he's just going back to Earth where nothing's gonna happen. And I feel it's understandable for Mann to be against that and want to start this colony, you know?
As far as sci-fi movies go, what's your feelings on how great it is, in comparison perhaps?
I think Blade Runner is the top dog, but I've been watching, I can't remember the name, I've been watching some good sci-fi stuff lately, but I feel Interstellar is definitely, you have to mention it when you mention sci-fi stuff. But
I agree with that.
Yeah.
do you like that genre overall?
I love sci-fi. I think it's amazing, and I love how it's trying to be in the real world, but it captures symbolism in different worlds or different dimensions or whatever, and I just love that fact. So it doesn't have to be in this world. Well, no,
it does. It's crazy how it's about science, but it's also fictitious. So, if you think about it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I just made a really good point nobody's ever thought of. So.
Cinephile for real.
Exactly.
Yeah, but do you know Matthew McConaughey played another character named Joe Cooper before this movie, Steven?
Did he?
Yep, he did.
What movie?
Killer Joe.
I never watched it.
I think it's a prequel.
I was actually watching it was a Mozart movie. I think it's called Amadeus. Amadeus. That's the one. I was watching that, and it's 3 hours long, and I was already tired, so
That's the one I think it's Malkovich.
What are some of your other favorite movies, Stephen Bakit?
So on my letterbox, my top 4. It's not in a ranked. I just have them top 4. I don't
Same.
I don't rank them. But I have Django Unchained. I love that movie. Whiplash. I love Whiplash. Interstellar, of course, obviously. And it was Evil Dead 2. That was the one. I love Evil Dead 2. It's so much better than Evil Dead 1. But it's the exact same thing though.
Why is it better?
It's so much better. The budget's higher. And
That makes it better?
it makes it better.
So you only rank movies on their budgets?
I do actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of messed up. You're so all the independent filmmakers get nothing from you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you see
they
it-
suck.
You see it
I don't want to see their movies.
Aren't you best friends with Jackson Farley.
This movie sucks.
Is your biggest
I'm joking.
criticism
Heard
like
it here first. Drop Talk is falling apart.
Guys, I'm joking.
Hey, should we call Jackson up?
is your main criticism to Jackson just like raise the budget?
Yeah, he needs to
that's
raise the he has the visionary. He has the powerful scripts.
Why don't you bring him the money? Get a job, become employed.
why would
Provide.
I invest in?
Become a provider.
Well,
Well, you see,
I need a return in money. Like,
I think that's. Are we done?
Yeah, great episode, guys. Good job.
Yeah,
thank you guys for having me on.
Good day
Sorry.
of work.
No, you're good. Thank you so much for being here. You had a lot of interesting takes, a lot of interesting thoughts.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You did really good.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Very proud. I love when people defy expectations.
I
So
love-
this is fun.
I love real talk. Go watch this episode.